Here's a rare look at the challenging work of maintaining the World Trade Center. Taken in 1979, the photo shows a technician repairing the antenna at the very top of the North Tower. This precarious task highlights the dedication required to keep the iconic landmark functioning. The WTC served as a symbol of American economic power and architectural innovation. This image captures a moment from the 1936 Tour de France. An assistant is seen running alongside a cyclist, hand-feeding him during the race. The cyclist focuses intently as he receives sustenance. This demonstrates the crucial support system required for endurance cycling events in the early 20th century. Pictured here is a Viewtone television set, circa 1945. A demonstrator shows off the set in a department store. The Viewtone was marketed as an affordable television option for average families. Its relatively low price made it one of the first mass-produced televisions available to a wider consumer base. This photo, taken during or shortly after World War I, shows soldiers at a hospital in Budapest. These men, likely from the Austro-Hungarian Imperial Army, are learning to walk again with new prosthetic limbs after suffering wartime injuries. The scene highlights the devastating human cost of the Great War, and the long road to recovery faced by countless veterans. This photograph, taken in the 1980s, showcases actresses Daryl Hannah and Alexander Paul. The image features the two women with iconic 80s hairstyles and fashion. Both were known for their acting careers and their environmental activism. Their combined influence made them prominent figures of the decade. Captured in 1971, this photograph showcases Joe and Katherine Jackson with their talented sons, the Jackson 5, at their residence in Encino, California. The image radiates with the family's early success, surrounded by their numerous music awards. The Jackson 5's rise to stardom marked a significant chapter in music history, influencing generations of artists. In 1988, during the U.S. presidential campaign, Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis rode in an M1 Abrams tank. The photo shows him wearing a helmet and operating the tank's controls. This event was intended to demonstrate Dukakis's strength on national defense, but ultimately became a symbol of his perceived weakness on military matters. This photograph captures Frederick Douglass during one of his last public appearances in March of 1892. Surrounded by a large audience and American flags, Douglass stands on a stage, seemingly addressing the crowd. Douglass was a prominent abolitionist and orator, and his speeches inspired movements for equality and social change. This photo documents a pivotal moment in American history. This photo, taken around 1902, shows an individual holding a large, multi-celled triangular kite. The kite structure is made of interconnected triangular cells, creating a complex geometric form. These innovative kite designs contributed to early aviation experiments. They were significant in the development of aircraft and understanding aerodynamics. This photo showcases a young Marilyn Monroe, appearing in an Argentinian magazine around 1948. The image features Monroe posing in a distinctive bathing suit, likely in a Hollywood setting. This represents an early glimpse of Monroe's rising international fame and her burgeoning influence on popular culture across the globe. The fall of Saigon occurred in April 1975, marking a pivotal moment in the Vietnam War. This photograph captures the chaos as South Vietnamese civilians attempt to climb the walls of the U.S. Embassy. They were desperate to reach evacuation helicopters as North Vietnamese forces advanced. The event symbolized the end of American involvement in Vietnam. In 1959, Cuba was in the midst of a revolution. This photo captures Che Guevara, a key figure in the movement, seated at a table with another person, surrounded by documents. They appear to be strategizing. Guevara's role was crucial in the overthrow of the Batista regime, marking a pivotal moment in Cuban history and the Cold War. This photo captures a moment in Switzerland during 1953. It shows Indira Gandhi, later Prime Minister of India, with iconic comedian Charlie Chaplin, and Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister. The three figures are seen walking together, engaged in what appears to be a thoughtful conversation. This meeting highlights the intersection of politics, art, and international relations during the mid-20th century. This image shows a test subject in 1960, during the early days of space exploration. He is wearing a wire mesh suit, designed to monitor body temperature. An engineer is adjusting equipment connected to the suit. This research was crucial for understanding the physiological effects of space travel and ensuring astronaut safety during missions. This photograph captures Corinne, Utah, in 1869, a key town along the newly completed Transcontinental Railroad. The image showcases the town's main street, lined with businesses like hardware stores, a watchmaker and jeweler, and a painter's shop. Corinne served as a vital supply hub and transportation center, playing a significant role in the westward expansion of the United States. This photograph captures Linda Carter in the 1970s, during the height of her fame. The image shows Carter in casual attire, holding a tennis racket. She was not only a successful actress, but also an accomplished athlete and beauty queen. Carter became a cultural icon, remembered for her role as Wonder Woman. This photograph, circa 1919, captures a woman wearing an elaborate influenza mask during the height of the Spanish flu pandemic. The mask is connected by a tube to a device on the table, possibly for administering medication or filtering air. Such devices reflect the widespread fear and innovation in response to the devastating global health crisis. This image, circa 1902, comes from a series by French artist Albert Bergeret, Imagining Women of the Future. It depicts a woman in a stylized military general's uniform, complete with epaulettes and a decorative hat. This artwork reflects the era's changing attitudes towards gender roles and women's potential in society. This photograph, taken in July 1918 in Paris, depicts an American Red Cross facility during World War I. Workers are shown processing and organizing parcels, stacked high, destined for the front lines. The Red Cross played a crucial role in providing essential aid and supplies to soldiers during the war, exemplifying humanitarian efforts amidst global conflict. In the 1990s, POG swept across playgrounds and youth culture. The image shows a collection of POGs, small cardboard milk caps, and slammers, the heavier pieces used to play the game. POGs represent a unique moment in popular culture, capturing the spirit of collecting and competition of that era. In November 1971, during the Vietnam War era, South Vietnamese forces conducted tests west of Krek, Cambodia. The image shows soldiers atop armored personnel carriers, testing mounted flamethrowers, sending flames across the landscape. This demonstration of military hardware reflects the escalating conflict and technological advancements employed during the war. This photograph, taken around 1956, captures a unique moment in Tibetan history. It shows two Tibetan monks standing beside a Czechoslovakian Jawa 250 motorcycle. The image highlights the intersection of traditional Tibetan culture with emerging technologies. The presence of the motorcycle suggests a period of transition and modernization in Tibet during the mid-20th century. This image captures the 369th Infantry Regiment's parade in New York City, circa 1919, following their service in World War I. The photo shows the regiment, an African-American unit, marching past the Flatiron Building, cheered by crowds. Their homecoming was a significant event, recognizing their bravery and contributions during the war, despite facing discrimination. This photograph, taken around 1909 in London, depicts a procession of suffragettes on horseback. The women are wearing sashes promoting their cause. These activists were part of a broader movement advocating for women's right to vote. Their efforts marked a crucial step towards gender equality in the Western world. The image captures San Francisco in 1906, following the devastating earthquake. Amidst the ruins of a grand building, an artist sits, capturing the scene on canvas. Under the shade of an umbrella, they document the destruction. This image is a poignant reminder of the city's resilience in the face of immense adversity. This image dates back to the late 1920s, a transformative era in American culture. It features Wanda Stevenson, an American actress and dancer, in a stylized pose. Her daring presentation reflects the era's shifting social norms and evolving expressions of artistry. This photograph offers a glimpse into the boldness and creativity of the Roaring Twenties. This photo, taken in the United States during the late 1940s, shows a group of women participating in a strength training exercise. They are performing side planks outdoors on a grassy hill, dressed in matching outfits. This image reflects the growing emphasis on physical fitness for women during this era, highlighting a shift towards more active lifestyles. This image shows a human cannonball act in Bristol, England, circa 1974. A performer, launched from a large cannon, soars through the air toward a safety net on the opposite bank of the River Avon. Spectators gather to witness the daring feat. Such performances were a popular form of entertainment, showcasing both skill and risk. In 1913, 50 years after the Battle of Gettysburg, Union and Confederate veterans gathered for a reunion. The photograph shows them shaking hands, a powerful symbol of reconciliation. This event highlighted a nation striving to heal and move forward from the divisions of the Civil War. This image shows a vision of the future, presented at the 1964 World's Fair in New York. We see a sleek, futuristic concept car alongside a person with a shopping cart full of groceries. This display showcased General Motors' predictions for transportation and consumerism in the decades to come, reflecting mid-century optimism. In the mid-1990s, Microsoft's Windows 95 was a major tech release. This photograph captures a protest in downtown Manhattan. Activists distributed leaflets outside a computer store, urging consumers not to purchase the new operating system. This event highlights early antitrust sentiments and concerns over Microsoft's market dominance. This photograph captures the funeral procession of General Henri Guesclin in Switzerland, 1960. A vast crowd fills the streets, surrounding government buildings and squares. Guesclin, the general during World War II, is credited with maintaining Swiss neutrality during the conflict. This event highlights the deep respect and gratitude the Swiss people held for his leadership. This photograph, likely taken in the late 19th century, showcases a man dressed in traditional Japanese clothing. He is holding a fan in one hand and a sword in the other, embodying a blend of cultural symbols. Such images reflect the growing fascination with Japanese culture during the Victorian era, influencing fashion and artistic expression. This photo captures Robert Kennedy during his 1968 presidential campaign. Surrounded by supporters and members of the press, Kennedy appears optimistic as he addresses the crowd. Rosie Greer, former NFL player, is seen behind him. This image represents a pivotal moment in American history, shortly before the tragic incident that would end Kennedy's life and alter the course of the election. Here's Angelica Houston in 1985, a pivotal year for her acting career. The image captures her seated, casually dressed in riding attire, cigarette in hand. Her confident pose and attire reflect a blend of sophistication and unconventional charm. This portrait offers a glimpse into her personal style during a defining period. During World War II, British factories ramped up production to support the war effort. This image shows factory workers, including women, fitting a gun mounting onto a Matilda tank. The Matilda was a mainstay of the British Army in the early years of the conflict. This scene highlights the vital role of industrial labor in achieving Allied victory. This photograph captures Hermann Rorschach, a Swiss psychiatrist who lived in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The image showcases Rorschach, a man with a distinctive hairstyle and a focused gaze. His most significant contribution was the development of the Rorschach inkblot test, a psychological tool used to assess personality and emotional functioning. This photo captures actress Drew Barrymore in the 1990s, a decade marked by evolving technology and vibrant fashion. She is seen with a large mobile phone, wearing a tie-dye shirt. The image reflects the trends and celebrity culture of the era. Barrymore became a prominent figure, embodying the spirit of the 90s. This photograph, taken around 1880, showcases Nora Hildebrandt, a celebrated tattooed lady in the United States. The image reveals extensive tattoos covering her arms and chest, contrasting with her elaborate hairstyle and jewelry. Hildebrandt's performances challenged societal norms and contributed to the evolving cultural landscape of entertainment and body art in the 19th century. This photograph captures Senator John F. Kennedy's arrival at Los Angeles International Airport on July 9, 1960. He is seen surrounded by enthusiastic supporters holding signs and banners. The image showcases the energy and excitement surrounding Kennedy's bid for the Democratic presidential nomination. This moment reflects the growing momentum behind his campaign. This image captures actress Vivien Leigh in 1961, during the filming of The Roman Spring of Mrs. Stone. She is seen seated, dressed in costume, and holding a cigarette. This behind-the-scenes glimpse offers a view into the world of classic Hollywood cinema and one of its iconic performers at work. This photograph captures actors Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis in the early 1990s, likely during the height of their early careers. Both are casually dressed, hinting at a relaxed, off-screen moment. Their collaboration in films like Pulp Fiction solidified their status as iconic figures in contemporary cinema. The image reflects the cultural landscape of the era. This is a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the 1984 film, Ghostbusters. Here, we see the miniature set used to film the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man sequence. Crew members meticulously arranged model cars and buildings to create a sense of scale and destruction. This scene became one of the most iconic moments in cinematic history. This photo captures a relaxed Ernest Hemingway at his home in Key West, Florida, circa 1954. The famed author is seen seated, cradling a black and white cat. The image humanizes the literary giant, revealing a softer side beyond his adventurous persona. Hemingway's love for cats is well known, and this photo offers a glimpse into his personal life. This photo, likely taken around 1943 during World War II, shows an American couple engaging in a light-hearted moment. The woman is wearing her husband's military uniform, while he is dressed in her floral dress and headscarf. This playful exchange provides a glimpse into the lives of those on the home front and the ways they coped with the stresses of wartime. This photo captures a scene during the Vietnam War on December 8, 1967. It shows a U.S. Navy officer aiming a flaming arrow towards a riverbank. He is likely targeting a concealed Viet Cong bunker. This unconventional weapon highlights the diverse tactics employed during the conflict in the challenging jungle environment. This photograph captures a devastating scene from the Black Tuesday bushfires in Tasmania, Australia, on February 7, 1967. A couple stands in the foreground, watching their home burn. The image reflects the widespread destruction and emotional impact of the fires, which caused significant losses and reshaped the region's landscape. In 1958, 18-year-old Lowell Lee Andrews was arrested in Walcott, Kansas. This image depicts Andrews, in handcuffs, as police and divers search the Kansas River. They were looking for evidence related to a tragic incident. The scene captures a dark moment in the history of a community grappling with the unexpected. This image captures the dramatic moment a German Messerschmitt Bf 109 crashes, likely during the intense air battles of World War II, sometime between 1943 and 1944. The aircraft, emblazoned with German markings, is seen amidst an explosion. This photograph symbolizes the destructive power of aerial warfare and the high stakes involved in the conflict.